I get it. With the Inflation Reduction Act that I signed into law,
Welcome to the
policies
jungle.
to bring healthcare costs down so you can sleep better at night with more security. You know, we pay more for prescription drugs than any nation in the world. Let me say it again. We pay more for prescription drugs than any major nation on earth. For example, 1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Many of you in this chamber do.
Welcome to the jungle.
But every day, millions need insulin to control their diabetes so they can literally stay alive. Insulin's been around for over 100 years. The guy who invented it didn't even patent it because he wanted it to be available for everyone. It cost the drug companies roughly $10 a vial to make that insulin. Packaging and all, you may get up to $13. But Big Pharma has been unfairly charging people hundreds of dollars, $400 to $500 a month, making record profits. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Let's see.
So many things that we did are only now coming to fruition. We said we were doing this, and we said we passed the law to do it, but people didn't know because the law didn't take effect until January 1 of this year. We capped the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors on Medicare. People are just finding out. I'm sure you're getting the same calls I'm getting. Look, there are millions of other Americans who do not or are not on Medicare, including 200,000 young people with type 1 diabetes who need this insulin to stay alive. Let's finish the job this time. Let's cap the cost of insulin for everybody at $35.
No guy did it.
And Big Pharma's still going to do very well, I promise you all. I promise you they're going to do very well. This law also caps and won't even go into effect until 2025. It costs out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors on Medicare at a maximum of $2,000 a year. You don't have to pay more than $2,000 a year, no matter how much your drug costs are. Because you know why? You all know it. Many of you, like many in my family, have cancer. You know the drugs can range from $10, $11, $14, $15,000 for the cancer drugs. If drug prices rise faster than inflation, drug companies are going to have to pay Medicare back the difference. We're finally giving Medicare the power to negotiate drug prices. Bringing down prescription drug costs doesn't just save seniors money, it cuts the federal deficit by billions of dollars, by hundreds of billions of dollars. Because these prescription drugs are drugs purchased by Medicare to keep their commitment to the seniors. Well, guess what? Instead of paying $400 or $500 a month, you're paying $15. That's a lot of savings for the federal government. And by the way, why wouldn't we want that? Now, some members here are threatening, and I know it's not an official party position, so I'm not going to exaggerate.
Welcome to the jungle.
But threatening to repeal the Inflation Reduction Act. As my coach, that's okay, that's fair. As my football coach used to say, lots of luck in your senior year. Make year. As my football coach used to say, lots of luck in your senior year. Make no mistake, if you try anything to raise the cost of prescription drugs, I will veto it. Look, I'm pleased to say that more Americans have health insurance now than ever in history. A record 16 million people are enrolled in the Affordable Care Act. And thanks to the law I signed last year, saving millions are saving $800 a year on their premiums. And by the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025. So my plea to some of you, at least in this audience, let's finish the job and make these savings permanent. Expand coverage of Medicaid. Look, the Inflation Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate change. Ever. Lowering utility bills, creating American jobs,
Welcome to the
leading the world to a
jungle.
clean energy future. I
Welcome to
visited the devastating aftermath of record floods, droughts, storms, and wildfires from Arizona to Mexico to all the way up to the Canadian border. More timber has been burned, that I've observed from helicopters, than the entire state of Missouri. And we don't have global warming? Not a problem. In addition to emergency recovery, from Puerto Rico to Florida to Idaho, we're rebuilding for the long term. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires. Roads and water systems withstand the next big flood. Clean energy to cut pollution and create jobs in communities often left behind. We're going to build 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations installed across the country by tens of thousands of IBW workers.
Hallo?
We're helping
Hello?
families save more.
Philipp, nimm mal Second Blue Movement Speed Increase.
Was?
Hast du mich schon verstanden?
Was für Movement Speed Increase?
Dritte Reihe, mittlere.
Bei was für Blau?
Blau.
Oder was? Nee.
Du hast nur 9 Sekunden Zeit.
Warum nicht?
8,
Warum würde man das mitnehmen?
Weil ich ein Zillean bin.
Oh, jetzt hatte ich.
no. Ein Pony. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich ein Pony sein will.
$1,000 a year with tax credits.
Alter, hab das State of the Union gesehen. Richtig Hype.
State of the Union?
Ich weiß auch nicht, was er will.
Was hat Europa an irgendwas gesagt oder was?
Ach, come on. Nee.
Hey, weißt du nicht, bin ich schon wieder Pony, ey, aber das ist Kack-Pony. Das ist nicht besser.
Ich bin verwirrt.
Ist das ein Gamble?
Weißt du, was State of the Union ist, Philipp?
Nee, sonst hätte ich nicht gefragt, ne?
Der amerikanische jährliche Report
Was?
über den Status von ihrem Land.
Ja, waren die da jemals schon mal ehrlich in dem?
Hallo.
das-
Weißt du, jetzt ist aber gegen die Amis toxic, ey.
Also dieses Jahr hat es ziemlich ehrlich gelungen.
Die Russen haben auch mal gesagt, sie haben die beste Armee der Welt in ihrem jährlichen Report.
Okay, ciao.
Davon war bis jetzt nicht so viel zu sehen.
Ach Philipp, deine Vergleiche sind wieder so unterirdisch. Das ist einfach... Erinnere mich nochmal, welche Richtung ist Russland, rechts oder links?
Recht.
Haben Sie einen Hammer und ein Sichel in der Ecke?
Nimm mir ehrlich gesagt, ne?
Ja, aber wohin will der Putin hin? Zu der Hammer- und Sichelflagge wieder, ne?
Na gut, das ist jetzt debattierbar, ne? Das könnte man auch sagen, der will in die Richtung vom Hakenkreuz.
Also wer hat gesagt, er will die UdSSR wiederherstellen? Die
Ja,
alten Länder zurückerobern.
kann man ja auf mehrere Arten, ne?
Das ist,
Ich
weißt
sag
du,
mal so, was der will, ne? Und was er gerade macht, ne? Das sind zwei verschiedene Paar Schuhe.
also ich
Wenn der
weiß,
so, also, ich will einfach mal behaupten, wenn der so weiterarbeitet, wie er gerade arbeitet, ne? Erlebt er das nicht mehr, dass er die UdSSR zusammenbaut.
Also Asa, on Stream brauche ich solche Kommentare von dir nicht, ne? Sag's dir ehrlich.
Ja doch, das muss schon sein. Ja.
diese
Also,
Propagandavideos.
Johannes, ich glaube, dass du mit einer steilen These eher bekannt bist als Streamer als mit Gameplay.
Ja, also, aber wenn man sich an hohe Positionen Feinde macht, dann ist man auch ganz schnell wieder unten.
Ach so, meinst du das?
Hm. So viel Bullshit wie Streamer machen und eigentlich nie dafür bestraft werden, kann man es eigentlich so nicht bestätigen.
Ja, Philipp, andere, ne? Aber das ist bei mir nicht so. Kann ich dir versprechen.
Okay.
Alter, ich würde mal gern was testen, ne? Wie funktioniert dieses Tank-Item?
Was nicht?
Welches Take-Item?
Das healt, wenn jemand in der Nähe ist.
Jackshop.
Nein, Radiant.
Nee, mach das nicht, Johannes, wir brauchen Damage.
Oh, echt denn?
Alter, 5 Gold, Jungs. Lebens vorbei.
Das könnte halt echt gut sein, ne? Weil ich mach so oft Ulti.
Auf Karma ist es absolut broken.
Ja, das ist absolut busted.
Aber es ist halt broken und krieg nie Karma. Ah.
Gerade eben war sie drin, Kollege. Ich hatte sie gerade.
Das ist bestimmt jemand geliebt, ne?
Da ist keiner.
Und die haben eine Katze. Ja.
Nein, ihr seid jetzt mal viele.
Nee, ich hab nichts gemacht.
Ja, Philipp, ne? Ich musste mal die komplette Rothaar draufhauen.
Ich weiß nicht, wer kicken kann.
Ich.
Oh, schön.
Aber ich habe dafür 6 Spells auf sie gemacht, ne?
6. Und deine E und deine W sind ja nicht so die Damage-Spells, also Hammer und Ding.
Habe ich auch nicht gesagt. Ich habe gesagt, ich habe 6 Spells drauf gemacht, ne?
Aber jetzt wieder Das ist immer eine bessere Frage.
Ja, wenn du ungefähr 4-mal schon dein Q geschmissen hast.
Bist du die Juni oder was? Ah ne,
Andere
die ist im
Teams dürfen
Gegnerteam.
auch ohne Mana zu verlieren, andere Champions. Ich nett oder was?
Nee.
Ja gut,
Sein
ne?
Buddy nicht dabei.
Oh, gib mich, warum?
What? Okay, das war die falsche Rothaar, ne? Sagst du ehrlich.
Meine alte Frage, ey.
Ach, Gott, der
Ich hab
Himmel,
damit einfach nicht gerechnet, ne?
kann damit nicht arbeiten, ne?
Gut, ich bin jetzt auch Ramos, ich bin jetzt auch nicht die schnellste, der schnellste hier, ne?
Alter! Assa mit dem Play.
Alter, ich hab dich, Assa, ich hab dich.
War schon krass, oder?
Das sah krass aus, oder?
Ich bin halt auf Meter geflasht.
Oh.
Ich finde, das sollte ich öfters machen.
Ich komm jetzt. Ja.
Oh, not gut.
Ich muss die Xayah doch auch ultra nervt sein im Aram. Oh ne, ist balanced. Also ich würde ja mir nicht wagen, Right zu widersprechen, ne?
Nee. Perfectly balanced vor allen Dingen, ne?
Ja.
Xayah ist doch nicht schlecht im Arm, oder?
CV hat auf jeden Fall 20% weniger Damage. Aber
Sollte das eigentlich auch haben.
Xayah eher so, ne.
Das ist
Mann,
das
die
auch.
springt immer hin und her, die ist einfach kacke, ey.
Weg mit dir!
Hat die eh mich gekillt?
Kein Mana mehr.
Ja! Wo gerade noch ein Auto-Hit gemacht?
Ich kann ja noch nicht sterben, ich habe mein Tank-Item nicht.
Fertig, mit Fullbild.
Oh shit,
Was baut man denn eigentlich auf Dings? Baut man da auch Jakshow?
Ja, Yakshu, weil es prozentual riesig gibt.
Ah, okay. Macht Sinn, ja. Ich komme. Ja. Ja. Nur ich kann cool dancen.
Bin ich geheilt.
Hatte die Shield. Das ist nicht so gut
Ey,
dann.
genau, warum die der Morgana schießt.
Alter, bin ich dumm?
Ja.
Kill die.
Also Pille, ja. Wirklich ja.
Oh Gott.
Hat man aber auch nicht gesehen, die Morde-Ulti. Das muss man auch einmal so sagen. Der war einfach weg, der Morde. Das kann man nicht sein übersehen.
Ne? Morde war wohl schon 10 Sekunden weg. Ja, es ist mit dem Alter. Ne?
Alter, wie lange hält denn das?
Ja, lieber Kitsumi. Jetzt tut er also so, als hätte er es gesehen, aber der hat das auch nicht gesehen.
No, es reicht nicht.
Wir beide understand.
Lovely Boy, aber.
Jetzt füllen die Kate von mir. Die Kinder oder was?
Oh, hier hinten so ein Heal holen.
Made a mercury hammer once, Jace. It was much nicer.
Was? Das bricht es ab?
Puh.
Ja, wir haben ihn ziemlich reingeschissen. Boah, Pille, Alter! Oh,
Tja,
ne, war schon ziemlich kacke.
jung und spritzig bin ich immer noch.
Das wage ich jetzt selber so zu bezweifeln, aber.
Ich trinke jetzt noch einen Schluck Red Bull und dann geht er los.
Warum denn jetzt schon wieder das hier?
Na, boy, nein.
Hat er nicht einfach jetzt Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh no.
Die Irelia dumm.
Nö.
Doch schon.
Nö.
So. Die Ari dumm.
Das ist so dumm, dass mir die blöde scheiß Dot hält so lange. Ich krieg einfach nie meinen First Strike durch. Was ist denn das?
Gib kein Geld.
Geld.
Nein.
I need it.
Guck mal, wie schnell
What?
der ist. Das hätte ich niemals getroffen.
Achso, ne?
So schnell hätte ich dann mit den Minions angeklickt. Holy shit, Pille. Willst du es nochmal traden, oder? Kack halt nur. Ich hab einen Exhaust. Jetzt, also. Es wird das Gürteltier auch noch gemobbt, Alter. Ich weiß nicht, was das soll, ey.
Alter, bin ich schlecht.
In der Einsicht ist erst nichts besser. Ich hab Exos gekriegt als Gürteltier. Johannes?
Mhm.
So wird es nix, ne? Jungs, kommen. Doch da.
Oder nicht?
Ja, dann halt du, Morgana, wenn du der anderen das Schild gibst. Doppelkill. Oh, shit.
Dieses komische Cooldown-Item eigentlich. Du hast gekauft, Johannes. Ja, gut, super.
Hat er doch gesagt, er will das testen.
Ich habe auch schon 3000 Healing da drauf, ne? Nur mal so.
Nee.
Oh.
Habt ihr euch da gemacht?
Ich.
Schlecht. Doch, ist schlecht.
Ich muss sagen, ich habe das Healing an mir selber ein bisschen überschätzt. Das ist nicht so hot. Sag ich, wie es ist. Die hat keine Ult.
Warte mal. War er gerade so lange mit Yumi in der Welt und hat ihn nicht gekillt.
Ja.
Was ist denn da passiert?
Richtige Yumi halt, ne?
Gut, der war bestimmt ein Tower oder sowas, ne?
Ich spielt Tank. Er hat doch kein Dings, kein Dämonik, nix.
No! Okay.
Ich hab's angefangen.
Ich bin Tank, Boy, ich bin Tank.
Mist.
Bobo!
Mann, oh, das soll. Ich weiß gar nicht, wie die Kette überhaupt noch Damage macht.
Autotex.
Ja, nee. Soll man nicht machen. Ich hab 320 Armor. Darf man kein Damage mehr machen. Die hat eine Item.
Ja, die hat eine was zugehört schon.
Ja, aber nur jede dritte Hit.
No!
Die ist ein bisschen hin und her geflippert, ey.
Luftmode.
Ja. Oh Mann, ich wollte gegen die Katze fahren, ey. 700 Armor jetzt. Das geht eigentlich.
Was bei dir? Alter, richtiger Gangway. Oh mein Gott. What? Wie weit geht der Spell?
Oh nee, jetzt bin ich tot. Ich hab ihn doch schon auf den Rücken gelegt. Ach Mensch.
Der geht ziemlich weit, ne?
Was ist ja von Irelia oder was?
Äh,
Ich bin halt auch extra gegen sie gefahren, ich dachte, das reicht, aber.
ich dachte auch nicht mehr, dass ich in Range bin.
Hit
Aber...
Auf dir doch bitte Demonic jetzt. Oder kann so bist du so.
No! Oh ja.
Das König hier kommt.
Alter.
Was ist denn los?
Wir sind jetzt bei 5000 Healing. Ist nicht so geil.
Na ja, gut, das ist ja reduziert um 50% oder so.
Stimmt, ja.
Outplay-Button gedrückt, ey.
Was?
Ja. 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 Warum ist Morgana jetzt wieder so unfair?
Ja, wo soll ich hin?
Ja, der Morde.
Einmal wieder weg.
Oh no!
Er hat wahrscheinlich mit der Ulti mehr Damage gemacht als mir. Willst du sagen, wir sollen ein Ende machen oder sind wir so richtig am Tryen, ne?
No! Du Bobo!
Was hab ich damit zu tun? Irgendwas ist mir dagegen. Wollte ich an? Alter, Ari Wunschel den hier fast. Jesus. Der Move.
Gargoyles auf Framos liegt eigentlich auch gerade um Sane Pro.
Warum? Ja, cool, meine E-Tasche geht einfach nicht, oder was? Denkt bis Jahrtausende. Boah, der hat schon wieder die Jo wieder.
Ich hab's gesehen.
Er hat sich down, Jungs, er hat sich down.
Okay, der tötet sich wieder selbst.
No! Warum würde ich das tun?
Warum hat sie denn immer den E ab?
Meiner.
Was soll ich machen, damit das Item wirkt?
Ulti drücke.
Ach so.
Da war's.
Deswegen ist ja auch auf Karma zu trocken, weil die halt hinterher irgendwie noch, keine Ahnung, was hat die noch? 18 Sekunden auf der Ult oder sowas?
Oh no, 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 no.
Really, scheiße, hier so stark.
No!
auch wieder mitfighten.
Nee, das ist mir.
Du, der lass es dich an, wer, hä? Das Struggle.
Mann, oh. Mit Ruhe jetzt. Viel. Könntet ihr aber jetzt auch auf euer Maskottchen hier warten, ne? Immer komme ich zu spät.
Ich 200 Gold in 8 Sekunden? Nee, ne?
Nee.
Kannst ja noch warten, ne? Bis die anderen da.
Nee, das wäre auch kein gutes Item. Ich habe nur geguckt, was das günstigste Item ist.
Oh Gott.
Ihr könntet halt warten, wie gesagt. Also jetzt ist aber auch. Kann hier nichts gegen machen, ne?
Jesus.
Wir haben auch wieder einen Mann verloren, bevor ich da war.
Alter, ich bin einfach so lang CC'd.
Aber hart tiltet. Kann ja auch nichts für, wenn es mich 5-mal anschießt. Darfst du mich halt nicht anschießen.
Alle Reporter, Boys, alle Reporter.
Ja, sowieso.
$11.000 Healing. Hm. Das ist nicht so hot. Ich geh aufs Klo.
purchase electric vehicles and efficient appliances, energy efficient appliances. Historic conservation efforts to be responsible stewards of our land. Let's face reality. The climate crisis doesn't care if you're in a red or blue state. It's an existential threat. We have an obligation, not to ourselves, but to our children and grandchildren, to confront it. I'm proud of how America at last is stepping up to the challenge. We're still going to need oil and gas for a while. But guess what? No, we do. But there's so much more to
Das
do.
Video da niemals, Alter.
We got to finish the
Machen Sie es
job.
raus, oder was?
We
Ja,
pay
ich
for
keine
these
Ahnung.
investments in our future by finally making the wealthiest
schon
and
wieder
biggest
gefunden, Pille.
corporations begin to pay their fair share.
Uraltes Video.
Just begin.
My God, this chicken is amazing. But wait, this chicken, yeah?
Pay your fair share.
Miau, miau.
I think a lot of you at home.
Oh my God, this chicken is amazing. But wait, this chicken, yeah?
know the tax system is not
Rein hier.
fair.
Oh my God, this
Was
chicken
denn?
is.
Da kannst du gar nichts tun.
Was willst du denn eigentlich von mir? Lass mich doch einfach.
Nee!
That
Lass
in
mich doch einfach
2020,
in Ruhe.
55 of the largest corporations in America, the Fortune 500,
Ich spiel mal
made
Ranked.
$40 billion in profits and
Channel
paid
switch.
zero in federal taxes? Zero? Folks, it's simply not fair. But now, because of the law I signed, billion-dollar companies have to pay a minimum of 15%. God love them. 15%. That's less than a nurse pays. Let me be crystal clear. I said at the very beginning, under my plans, as long as I'm president, nobody earning less than $400,000 will pay an additional penny in taxes. Nobody, not one penny. But let's finish the job. There's more to do. We have to reward work, not just wealth. Pass my proposal for the billionaire minimum tax. You know, there's 1,000 billionaires in America. It's up from about 600 in the beginning of the term. But no billionaire should be paying a lower tax rate than a school teacher or firefighter. Oh, I mean it. Think about it. I mean,
Yep.
look. I know you aren't enthusiastic about that, but think about it. Think about it. Have you noticed Big Oil just reported its profits, record profits? Last year they made $200 billion in the midst of a global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say we're afraid. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells, all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them? I said, we're going to need oil for at least another decade. And that's going to exceed, and beyond that, we're going to need it. Production. If they had in fact invested in the production to keep gas prices down, instead they used the record profits to buy back their own stock, rewarding their CEOs and shareholders. Corporations ought to do the right thing. That's why I propose we quadruple the tax on corporate stock buybacks and encourage long-term investments. They'll still make considerable profit. Let's finish the job and close the loophole to allow very wealthy to avoid paying their taxes. Instead of cutting the number of audits for wealthy taxpayers, I just signed a law to reduce the deficit by $114 billion by down on wealthy tax cheats. That's being fiscally responsible. In the last 2 years,
Well,
my administration has cut the deficit by more than $1.7 trillion, the largest deficit reduction in American history. Under the previous administration, The American deficit went up 4 years in a row. Because those record deficits, no president added more to the national debt in any 4 years than my predecessor. Nearly 25% of the entire national debt that took over 200 years to accumulate was added by just one administration alone, the last one. They're the facts. Check it out. Check it out. How did Congress respond to that debt? They did the right thing. They lifted the debt ceiling 3 times without preconditions or crisis. They paid American bills to prevent an economic disaster to the country. So tonight I'm asking the Congress to follow suit. Let's commit here tonight to the full faith and credit of the United States of America will never, ever be questioned. So some of my Republican friends want to take the economy hostage. I get it, unless I agree to their economic plans. All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't vote. Well, I'm glad to see you. No, I tell you, I enjoy conversion. You know, it means if Congress doesn't keep the programs the way they are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look, folks, the idea is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the debt if we don't respond. Folks, as we all apparently agree, Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right? They're not to be stopped? All right. We're ready. We got unanimity.
Ja. Das ist
Social Security and Medicare are a lifeline for millions of seniors. Americans have to pay into them from the very first paycheck they started. So tonight, let's all agree, and we currently are. Let's stand up for seniors. Stand up and show them. We will not cut Social Security. We will not cut Medicare. Those benefits belong to the American people. They earned it. And if anyone tries to cut Social Security, which apparently no one's going to do, and if anyone tries to cut Medicare, I'll stop them. I'll veto it. And look, I'm not going to allow them to be taken away. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. But apparently it's not going to be a problem. Next month, when I offer my fiscal plan, I ask my Republican friends to lay down their plan as well. I really mean it. Let's sit down together and discuss our mutual plans together. Let's do that. I can tell you, the plan I'm going to show you is going to cut the deficit by another $2 trillion. And it won't cut a single bit of Medicare or Social Security. In fact, we're going to extend the Medicare Trust Fund at least 2 decades, because that's going to be the next argument. How do we keep it solvent, right? Well, we'll not raise tax on anyone making under 400 grand, but we'll pay for it the way we talked about tonight, by making sure that the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share. Look. Here's the deal. They aren't just taking advantage of the tax code. They're taking advantage of you, the American consumer. Here's my message to all of you out there. I have your back. We're already preventing Americans from receiving surprise medical bills, stopping $1 billion surprise bills per month so far. We're protecting seniors' life savings by cracking down on nursing homes that commit fraud endanger patient safety, prescribe drugs that are not needed. Millions of Americans can now save thousands of dollars because they can finally get a hearing aid over the counter without a prescription. Look, capitalism without competition is not capitalism. It's extortion. It's exploitation. Last year, I cracked down with the help of many of you on foreign shipping companies that were making you pay higher prices for every good coming into the country. I signed a bipartisan bill that cut shipping costs by 90%, helping American farmers, businessmen, and consumers. Let's finish the job. Pass the bipartisan legislation to strengthen antitrust enforcement and prevent big online platforms from giving their own products an unfair advantage. My administration is also taking on junk fees, those hidden surcharges too many companies use to make you pay more. For example, we're making airlines show you the full ticket price up front, refund your money if your flight is canceled or delayed. We reduced exorbitant bank overdrafts by saving consumers more than $1 billion a year. We're cutting credit card late fees by 75% from $30 to $8. Look, junk fees may not matter to the very wealthy, but they matter to most other folks in homes like the one I grew up in, like many of you did. They add up to hundreds of dollars a month. They make it harder for you to pay your bills or afford that family trip. I know how unfair it feels when a company overcharges you and gets away with it. Not anymore. We've written a bill to stop it all. It's called the Junk Fee Prevention Act. We're going to ban surprise resort fees that hotels charge on your bill. Those fees can cost you up to $90 a night in hotels that aren't even resorts. The idea that cable, internet, and cell phone companies can charge you $200 or more if you decide to switch to another provider. Give me a break. We can stop service fees on tickets to concerts and sporting events and make companies disclose all the fees up front. And we'll prohibit airlines from charging $50 round trip for family just to be able to sit together. Baggage fees are bad enough. Airlines can't treat your child like a piece of baggage. Americans are tired of being. We're tired of being played for suckers. So pass the Junk Fee Prevention Act so companies stop ripping us off. For too long, workers have been getting stiffed, but not anymore. We're beginning to restore the dignity of work. For example, I should have known this, but I didn't until 2 years ago. 30 million workers have to sign non-compete agreements for the jobs they take. 30 million. So a cashier at a burger place can't walk across town and take the same job at another burger place and make a few bucks more. It just changed. But they just changed it because we exposed it. That was part of the deal, guys. Look it up. But not anymore. We're banning those agreements so companies have to compete for workers and pay them what they're worth. And I must tell you, this is bound to get a response from my friends on my left but the right. I'm so sick and tired of companies breaking the law by preventing workers from organizing. Pass the PRO Act, because businesses have a right, workers have a right to form a union. And let's guarantee all workers have a living wage. Let's make sure working parents can afford to raise a family with sick days, paid family medical leave, affordable child care. That's going to enable millions of more people to go and stay at work. And let's restore the full child tax credit, which gave tens of millions of parents some breathing room and cut child poverty in half to the lowest level in history. And by the way, when we do all these things, we increase productivity. We increase economic growth. So let's finish the job and get more families access to affordable, quality housing. Let's get seniors who want to stay in their homes the care they need to do so. Let's give more breathing room to millions of family caregivers looking after their loved ones. Pass my plan so we get seniors and people with disabilities the home care and services they need. And support the workers who are doing God's work. These plans are fully paid for and we can afford to do them. Restoring the dignity of work means making education an affordable ticket to the middle class. You know, when we made public education, 12 years of it universal in the last century, we made the best educated, best paid, we became the best educated, best paid nation.
Oh.
The rest of the world's caught up. It's caught up. Jill, my wife, who teaches full time, has an expression.
Please, gangs.
Any nation that out-educates us is going to outcompete us. Any nation that out-educates is going to outcompete us. Folks, we all know 12 years of education is not enough to win the economic competition of 21st century. We want to have the best educated workforce. Let's finish the job by providing access to preschool for 3 and 4 years old. Studies show that children who go to preschool are nearly 50% more likely to finish high school and go on to earn a 2 or 4 year degree, no matter their background they came from. Let's give public school teachers a raise.
Perfekt. Das
We're making progress by reducing student debt, increasing Pell Grants for working and middle-class families. Let's finish the job and connect students to career opportunities starting in high school. Provide access to 2 years of community college, the best career training in America in addition to being a pathway to a 4-year degree. Let's offer every American a path to a good career, whether they go to college or not. And folks, in the midst of the COVID crisis, when schools were closed and we were shutting down everything, let's recognize how far we came in the fight against the pandemic itself. While the virus is not gone, thanks to the resilience of the American people and the ingenuity of medicine, we've broken the COVID grip on us. COVID deaths are down by 90%. We've saved millions of lives and opened up our country. We opened our country back up, and soon we'll end the public health emergency. But that's called a public health emergency. But we'll remember the toll and pain that's never going to go away. More than 1 million Americans lost their lives to COVID. 1 million. Families grieving, children orphaned. Empty chairs at the dining room table constantly reminding you that she used to sit there. Remembering that, we remain vigilant. We still need to monitor dozens of variants and support new vaccines and treatments. So Congress needs to fund these efforts and keep America safe. And as we emerge from this crisis stronger, we're also got to double down on prosecuting criminals who stole relief money meant to keep workers and small businesses afloat. Before I came to office, you remember, during that campaign, the big issue was about inspector generals who would protect taxpayers' dollars and were sidelined. They were fired. Many people said we don't need them. And fraud became rampant. Last year, I told you the watchdogs are back. Since then, we've recovered billions of taxpayers' dollars. Now let's triple the anti-fraud strike force going after these criminals, double the statute of limitations on these crimes, and crack down on identity fraud by criminal syndicates stealing billions of dollars from the American people. And the data shows that for every dollar we put into fighting fraud, the taxpayers get back at least 10 times as much. It matters. It matters. Look, COVID left its scars like the spike in violent crime in 2020, the first year of the pandemic. We have an obligation to make sure all people are safe. Public safety depends on public trust, as all of us know. But too often that trust is violated. Joining us tonight are the parents of Tyree Nichols. Welcome. We had to bury Tyree last week. As many of you personally know, there's no words to describe the heartache or grief of losing a child. But imagine if you lost that child at the hands of the law. Imagine having to worry whether your son or daughter came home from walking down the street, playing in the park, or just driving a car. Most of us in here have never had to have the talk that brown and black parents have had to have with their children. Bo, Hunter, Ashley, my children. I never had to have the talk with them. I never had to tell them if a police officer pulls you over, turn your interior lights on right away. Don't reach for your license. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Imagine having to worry like that every single time your kid got in a car. Here's what Tyree's mother shared with me when I spoke to her. When I asked her how she finds the courage to carry on and speak out. The faith of God, she said her son was, quote, a beautiful soul, and something good will come of this. Imagine how much courage and character that takes. It's up to us, to all of us. We all want the same thing. Neighborhoods free of violence. Law enforcement who earns the community's trust. Just as every cop, when they pin on that badge in the morning, has a right to be able to go home at night, so does everybody else out there. Our children have a right to come home safely. Equal protection under the law is a covenant we have with each other in America. We know police officers put their lives on the line every single night and day. And we know we ask them in many cases to do too much, to be counselors, social workers, psychologists, responding to drug overdoses, mental health crises, and so much more. In one sense, we ask much too much of them. I know most cops and their families are good, decent, honorable people, the vast majority. But they risk and they risk their lives every time they put that shield on. But what happened to Tyree in Memphis happens too often. We have to do better. Give law enforcement the real training they need. Hold them to higher standards. Help them succeed in keeping us safe. We also need more first responders and professionals to address the growing mental health, substance abuse challenges. More resources to reduce violent crime and gun crime.
God, you're bad.
More community intervention programs. More investment in housing, education, and job training. All this can help prevent violence in the first place. When police officers or police departments violate the public trust, they must be held accountable. With the support of the families of victims, civil rights groups, and law enforcement, I signed an executive order for all federal officers, banning chokeholds, restricting no-knock warrants, and other key elements of the George Floyd Act. Let's commit ourselves to make the words of Tyler's mom true. Something good must come from this. Something good. And all of us, Folks, it's difficult, but it's simple. All of us in this chamber, we need to rise to this moment. We can't turn away. Let's do what we know in our hearts, what we need to do. Let's come together to finish the job on police reform. Do something. Do something. That was the plea of parents who lost their children in Uvalde. I met with every one of them. Do something about gun violence. Thank God. Thank God we did. Passing the most sweeping gun safety law in 3 decades. That includes things like that the majority of responsible gun owners already support. Enhanced background checks for 18 to 21 years old. Red flag laws, keeping guns out of the hands of people who are a danger to themselves and others. But we know our work is not done. Joining us tonight is Brandon Say, a 26-year-old hero. Brandon put his college dreams on hold to be at his mom's side. His mom's side when she was dying from cancer. And Brandon now works at the dance studio started by his grandparents. And 2 weeks ago, during the Lunar New Year celebrations, he heard the studio door close, and he saw a man standing there pointing a semi-automatic pistol at him. He thought he was going to die, but he thought about the people inside. And in that instant, he found the courage to act and wrestle the semi-automatic pistol away from the gunman who had already killed 11 people in another dance studio. 11. He saved lives. It's time we do the same. Ban assault weapons now. Ban them now. Once and for all. I led the fight to do that in 1994. In 10 years, that ban was law, mass shootings went down. After we let it expire in the Republican administration, mass shootings tripled. Let's finish the job and ban these assault weapons. And let's also come together on immigration. Make it a bipartisan issue once again. We now have a record number of personnel working to secure the border, arresting 8,000 human smugglers, seizing over 23,000 pounds of fentanyl in just the last several months. We've launched a new border plan last month. Unlawful migration from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela has come down 97% as a consequence of that. But American border problems won't be fixed until Congress acts. If we don't pass my comprehensive immigration reform, at least pass my plan to provide the equipment and officers to secure the border. And a pathway to citizenship for dreamers, those on temporary status, farm workers, essential workers. Here in the People's House, it's our duty to protect all the people's rights and freedoms. Congress must restore the right and Congress must restore the right that was taken away in Roe v. Wade and protect Roe v. Wade. Give every woman a consular right. The Vice President and I are doing everything to protect access to reproductive health care and safeguard patient safety. Well, already more than a dozen states are enforcing an extreme abortion ban. Make no mistake about it. If Congress passes a national ban, I will veto it. But let's also pass the Bipartisan Equality Act to ensure LGBTQ Americans, especially transgender young people, can live with safety and dignity. Our strength is not just the example of our power, but the power of our example. Let's remember the world's watching. I spoke in this chamber 1 year ago, just days after Vladimir Putin unleashed his brutal attack against Ukraine. a murderous assault, evoking images of death and destruction Europe suffered in World War II. Putin's invasion has been a test for the ages, test for America, test for the world. Would we stand for the most basic of principles? Would we stand for sovereignty? Would we stand for the right of people to live free of tyranny? Would we stand for the defense of democracy? For such defense matters to us because it keeps peace and prevents open season on would-be aggressors and threatens our prosperity. 1 year later, we know the answer. Yes, we would, and we did. We did. And together, we did what America always does at our best. We led. We united NATO. We built a global coalition. We stood against Putin's aggression. We stood with the Ukrainian people. Tonight, we're once again joined by Ukrainian's ambassador to the United States. She represents not just her nation, but the courage of her people. Our ambassador is here, united. We're united in our support of your country. Will you stand so we can all take a look at you? Thank you. Because we're going to stand with you as long as it takes. Our nation is working for more freedom, more dignity, more peace, not just in Europe, but everywhere. Before I came to office, the story was about how the People's Republic of China was increasing its power, and America was failing in the world. Not anymore. We made clear, and I made clear in my personal conversations, which have been many, with President Xi, that we seek competition, not conflict. But I will make no apologies that we're investing to make America stronger. Investing in American innovation and industry that will define the future that China intends to be dominating. Investing in our alliances and working with our allies to protect advanced technologies so they will not be used against us. Modernizing our military to safeguard stability and deter aggression. Today, we're in the strongest position in decades to compete with China or anyone else in the world. Anyone else in the world. And I'm committed. I'm committed to work with China where we can advance American interests and benefit the world. But make no mistake about it. As we made clear last week, if China threatens our sovereignty, we will act to protect our country, and we did. Look, let's be clear. Winning the competition should unite all of us. We face serious challenges across the world. But in the past 2 years, democracies have become stronger, not weaker. Autocracies have grown weaker, not stronger. Name me a world leader who changed places with Xi Jinping. Name me one. Name me one. America's rallying the world to meet those challenges, from climate to global health, to food insecurity, to terrorism, to territorial aggression. Allies are stepping up, spending more, and doing more. Look, the bridges we're forming between partners in the Pacific and those in the Atlantic, and those who bet against America are learning how wrong they are. It's never, ever been a good bet to bet against America. Never. Well, when I came to office, most assured that bipartisanship assumed was impossible, but never believed it. That's why a year ago I offered a unity agenda to the nation as I stood here. We made real progress together. We passed a law making it easy for doctors to prescribe effective treatments for opioid addiction. We passed the gun safety law, making historic investments in mental health. We launched the ARPA-H drive for breakthrough in the fights against cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes, and so much more. We passed The Heath Robinson Pact Act, named after the late Iraq War veteran whose story about exposure to toxic burn kits I shared here last year. I understand something about those burn kits, but there's so much more to do. We can do it together. Joining us tonight is a father named Doug from Newton, New Hampshire. He wrote Jill, my wife, a letter, and me as well, about his courageous daughter, Courtney. A contagious laugh, his sister's best friend, her sister's best friend. He shared the story all too familiar to millions of Americans and many of you in the audience. Courtney discovered pills in high school. It spiraled into addiction and eventually death from a fentanyl overdose. She was just 20 years old. Describing the last 8 years without her, Doug said, "There's no worse pain." Yet their family has turned pain to purpose, working to end the stigma and change laws. He told us he wants to start a journey toward American recovery. Doug, we're with you. Fentanyl is killing more than 70,000 Americans a year. Big, you got it. So let's launch a major surge to stop fentanyl production and sale and trafficking with more drug detection machines, inspection cargo, stop pills and powder at the border. Working with couriers like FedEx to inspect more packages for drugs. Strong penalties to crack down on fentanyl trafficking. Second, let's do more on mental health, especially for our children. When millions of young people are struggling with bullying, violence, trauma, we owe them greater access to mental health care at their schools. We must finally hold social media companies accountable for experimenting they're doing running children for profit. It's time to pass bipartisan legislation to stop big tech from collecting personal data on our kids and teenagers online. Ban targeted advertising to children and impose stricter limits on the personal data that companies collect on all of us. Third, let's do more to keep this nation's one truly sacred obligation to equip those we send into harm's way and care for them and their families when they come home. Job training, job placement for veterans and their spouses as they come to return to civilian life. Helping veterans afford the rent, because no one should be homeless in America, especially someone who served the country. Dennis McDonough is here of the VA. We had a first real discussion when I asked him to take the job. I'm glad he did. We were losing up to 25 veterans a day on suicide. Now we're losing 17 a day to the silent scourge of suicide. 17 veterans a day are committing suicide. More than all the people being killed in the wars. Folks, VA is doing everything it can, including expanding mental health screening, proven programs that recruits veterans to help other veterans understand what they're going through, get them the help they need. And fourth, last year, Jill and I reignited the Cancer Moonshot that I was able to start with President Obama asked me to lead our administration on this issue. Our goal is to cut the cancer death rates at least by 50% in the next 25 years. Turn more cancers from death sentences to treatable diseases. Provide more support for patients and their families. It's personal to so many of us, so many of us in this audience. Joining us are Morris and Candice, an Irishman and the daughter of immigrants from Panama. They met and fell in love in New York City and got married in the same chapel Jill and I got married in New York City. Kindred spirits. He wrote us a letter about his little daughter, Ava, and I saw her just before I came over. She was just a year old when she was diagnosed with rare kidney disease, cancer. After 26 blood transfusions, 11 rounds of radiation, 8 rounds of chemo, 1 kidney removed, giving a 5% survival rate. He wrote how in the darkest moments he thought, if she goes, I can't stay. Many of you have been through that as well. Jill and I understand that like so many of you. And he read Jill's book describing our family's cancer journey and how we tried to steal moments of joy where we could with Bo. For them, that glimmer of joy was the half smile of their baby girl. It meant everything to them. They never gave up hope. Little Ava never gave up hope. She turns 4 next month. They just found out Ava's beating the odds, is on her way to being cured of cancer. And she's watching from the White House tonight and she's not asleep already. For the lives we can save. For the lives we can save and the lives we've lost, let this be a truly American moment that rallies the country and the world together and proves that we can still do big things. 20 years ago, under the leadership of President Bush and countless advocates and champions, he undertook a bipartisan effort through PEPFAR to transform the global fight against HIV/AIDS. It's been a huge success. He thought big. He thought large. He moved. I believe we can do the same thing with cancer. Let's end cancer as we know it. Cure some cancers once and for all. Folks, there's one reason why we've been able to do all of these things. Our democracy itself. It's the most fundamental thing of all. With democracy, everything's possible. Without it, nothing is. For the last few years, our democracy has been threatened and attacked, put at risk, put to the test in this very room on January the 6th. And then just a few months ago, unleashed a political violence, the home of the then Speaker of the House of Representatives, using the very same language the insurrectionists used as they stalked these halls and chanted on January 6th. Here tonight in this chamber is a man who bears the scars of that brutal attack, but is as tough and as strong, as resilient as they get. My friend Paul Pelosi. Paul, stand up. But such a heinous act should have never happened. We must all speak out. There's no place for political violence in America. We have to protect the right to vote, not suppress the fundamental right. Honor the results of our elections, not subvert the will of the people. We have to uphold the rule of law and restore trust in our institutions of democracy. And we must give hate and extremism in any form no safe harbor. Democracy must not be a partisan issue. It's an American issue. Every generation of Americans has faced a moment where they have been called to protect our democracy, defend it, stand up for it. And this is our moment. My fellow Americans,
So disgusting.
an inflection point.
Guys,
One of those moments that only a few generations ever face.
so disgusting.
We now take is going to decide the course of this nation for decades to come. We're not bystanders of history. We're not powerless before the forces that confront us. It's within our power of we, the people. We're facing the test of our time. We have to be the nation we've always been at our best. Optimistic, hopeful, forward-looking. A nation that embraces light over dark, hope over fear, unity over division, stability over chaos. We have to see each other not as enemies, but as fellow Americans. We're good people. The only nation in the world built on an idea. The only one. Other nations are defined by geography, ethnicity. But we're the only nation based on an idea that all of us, every one of us, is created equal in the image of God. A nation that stands as a beacon to the world. A nation in a new age of possibilities. So I've come to fulfill my constitutional obligation to report in the State of the Union. And here's my report. Because the soul of this nation is strong, because the backbone of this nation is strong, because the people of this nation are strong, the State of the Union is strong.
So disgusting.
I'm not new to this place. I stand here tonight having served as long as about any one of you have ever served here. But I've never been more optimistic about our future, about the future of America. We just have to remember who we are. We're the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity if we do it together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you.
Regularization would be much less, so you'd be at a disadvantage.
Sure, it'd be a
Hydro or geothermal are great for as renewable means. I'm also pro nuclear. I think modern nuclear power plants are safe, contrary to what people may think. I really think it's possible to make very extremely safe nuclear. I'm talking about fission. You don't need fusion. And then of course fusion, you just got that big fusion reactor in the sky called the sun. It comes up every day. But I think a combination of solar and wind plus stationary storage will get you that base load, so you can run hashing 24/7.
Jack, I'm curious. You've stated that Bitcoin incentivizes renewable energy. That's what we're talking about now. Do you have any additional thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, everything that Elon said and Kathy mentioned, but it's also incentivizing a lot of innovation in just energy space, and just like looking at unused energy. There's a company called Great American Mining that caps the methane flares on oil fields to power their rigs. And you just imagine, and you mentioned nuclear, Elon, as well, and just imagine all the unused energy that is just being wasted every single day. And being able to get that energy and converting it into a secure, sound money system for the planet.
Don't get it.
The forest holds many surprises.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Venture off the beaten path.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Take careful steps. Wait until
Many surprises. Venture off the beaten path. An ally has been slain.
Ah, ist das schön.
Come close. Enemy double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down. A promising garden. Things aren't always what they seem. Enemy rampage. Just a harmless flower. So much more to see. Shut down. An ally has been slain. The forest. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Death is in vain. Venture. Your turret has been destroyed. aren't always what they seem. Just a harmless flower. Such a busy world. Here. The forest holds many surprises. Venture off the beaten path. Take careful steps. Wait until the sun grows. Never falter. An ally has been slain. I must keep going. Never falter. Has been destroyed. Harmless flower. Such a busy world. So much more.
It's unplayable. Absolutely. Was soll's, ne?
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
Feel the thorns embrace.
Komplette Free Wins, die Riot denen gibt. Weiß nicht, also keine Ahnung. Was macht man da? Midlane intet. Jungle spielt für Top, obwohl er Top nicht ganken kann. Okay. Ist okay. Was sagen? Wir haben nur Gold. Die haben zwar Platin. Is there to do? Ich schreibe einfach. Das ist einfach kein Wert. Ja, dass das so ist. Ich habe keine Lust, neue Accounts zu machen.
So much more to see.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Take careful steps. Venture off the beaten path. Things aren't always.
Everyone is watching.
Such a busy world.
First blood.
Through my work, you shall transcend.
Come closer.
Ally has been slain.
Wait until my seeds take root.
An ally has been slain. Executed.
Death is indeed. The forest holds many surprises.
What?
Venture out to be. Things aren't always what they seem. Such a busy world.
He kills him. Okay.
An enemy has been slain.
Just a harmless flower. Such a busy world.
Oh. He didn't even use claw.
Wait until my seeds take root.
An enemy is dominating.
Promising garden.
None will escape my grasp.
Things aren't always what they seem.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. You have been slain. Killing spree. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
Such a busy world. Come closer. The forest holds many surprises. A promising garden. So much more to see. flower. Such a busy world. Come closer.
You have slain an enemy. Shut down.
Shaka.
Take careful steps.
Shut down.
Venture off the beaten path.
You will learn what beauty truly is.
Things aren't always what they seem. Just a harmless flower. Such a busy world.
been slain.
Take careful steps. Venture off the beaten path. Things aren't always what they seem.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Such a busy world.
Has been slain.
Wait until my seeds take root.
Killing spree.
The forest holds many surprises. A promising garden. So much more to see. Take careful steps. Venture off the beaten path. Things aren't always what they seem.
An ally has been slain. Shut down.
Such a busy world.
Bleib ich.
Come closer.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Wait until my seeds take root. Things aren't always what they seem.
Der Account ist absolut doomed. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Das ist einfach kein gutes Spiel.
All right. So, this is something that's been bothering me for a while. But I was watching this clip here that someone posted on Twitter, with a top laner being frozen on and enemy jungler's top side. And the point of this tweet or this video isn't has nothing to do with jungle strength, or if it's too OP or anything like that. It's purely just about like the philosophy behind the decisions for jungle for this season from Riot. And we know their philosophy because of this article where they tell us that junglers, early in the game, junglers are at the absolute mercy of their teams. Now, like, this is just straight up backwards, first off. Like, it's just straight up not true. They're not. Now, there are times where laners could invade the enemy jungler. Does that suck? Yes. It was still rare, very rare. It's not rare for the enemy jungler to be almost every game I get ganked by the enemy jungler right now when they're level 3 on level 2. Stuff like that. But like I said, it's not about jungle strength. It's that, like, because of this philosophy, there's no way it can be fixed. The other part of this article says, every laner's had the experience of having a lane frozen on them and being forced off the wave. You're down to see an experience. But when this happens in lane, someone can help you break or freeze. Well, that isn't possible in the jungle. This is so wrong. This is just not. There's so much wrong here. They're trying to act like these are even close to the same things is just messed up. In a freezing scenario for a laner, it can lead to the game being unplayable. It can put you so far behind, and the fact, like, you can't walk up, you can't recall, you can't do anything. You have no options. And if it doesn't get broken, you can't play anymore. And there is no just break the freeze. Like, that isn't a thing. You can't just break it. Who's gonna just break the freeze in this clip here? No one can just break the freeze. It's not a thing. It makes you have to totally rely on somebody else. which is a problem in itself. Junglers, on the other hand, have a lot of other options. They can counter gank. They can gank things. Like they have other things they can do. And even if they get invaded, they're not out of the game or anything. And on top of all this, even the bigger problem is the fact that this is part of jungle skill expression. Jungle skill expression, if you're in a bad matchup, you need to know how to path properly to avoid the enemy jungler. This is like a fundamental to jungle. One of the best examples is Xin Zhao versus Echo. And then that wraps back around to my initial point of like laners and good junglers don't like jungle right now because the skill expression is gone because of changes like this. So I don't see a world where this game can be fixed when Riot is basically telling us in these articles that they don't understand their own game. But yeah, this article's been bothering me since it was released, and it's clear there's no good real changes in sight or that are coming to fix these things.
Yeah, I'll check after this game. I just want to see the MMR on this account. I think it's probably like D1. I don't even know. What is this? Oh, it's Masters MMR. I think I transferred it. I don't remember. Can you fucking load? Holy shit. Alright, it's AD Shaco. This guy's brain dead. So they're full AD. And my team is terrible. I need another AD jungler. Like, I need a blind AD jungler that's not Graves. Like, if Graves is bad and I'm first pick, what the fuck do you pick? And my team's hovering AP. Rek'Sai? I mean, it has to be Rek'Sai, because I have no idea what else I'd do. Has to be Rek'Sai. It's either Rek'Sai or Kha'Zix, I think. But those champs weren't even good. Why did they nerf fucking Hecarim? It was my second best AD blind. Pretty sure you guys walked the wrong way and Shaco saw us, but okay. I won't even tell my Alistar pass flash or Q flash because he's probably just... he's smart enough, right? Look at this reject. Oh my fucking god. I really don't want to invade their Pyke. Pyke Caitlyn level 1. Is he on my Raptors? No way. Wait, he's on my Raptors. Why is this whole team walking here? Huh. Oh shit. That's awkward. I don't know, that's a lot, but sure. I'm pretty sure Samir's like win trading. There's like no way, right? He could have just walked behind tower and walked the lane. Well, I guess we're playing through top this game. Good thing we picked Graves so I can actually play the game. I think I take way too much damage on jungle now. It's kind of insane. That's disaster, yes TP. I'm gonna just kill this guy right now, there's no flash. Oh fuck, I trolled him. Twice today. I'm so bad right now, it's actually crazy. If Aatrox has flash share, we always do Krugs. But since he has no flash, it's free kill. Pyke has a timer to be mid lane right now as well. I think we just farm it up. And play for drag maybe. I mean, it was really obvious Pyke was there, but... why did Alistar run bot instead of... so crazy. Why did you auto him? Does he get vision or was I still ignited last tick? That's whatever. That's pretty good. He doesn't get vision of me though, right? He gets vision of the entire brush? I don't even know how it works. Pike is so fucking broken. I'm just spam ping these so we don't die to every pike room. Surely, right? I don't think I'm gonna beat this guy 2.0 items. He's just level 6. She'll have ignite up when I'm there. And Kali should be close to 6 too. Oh, she is 6. Oh my god. Oh, thank god. I got no kills though. Gonna be a late Hydra game. I don't know why that Pike keeps wasting his CC before I even tank the tower. I guess because he's bad. I need to drink this fucking coffee. Holy shit, I'm so bad right now. Probably full clear topside play for Drake if we can. I could just do blue into Rift, but then my cams aren't cycled. But my support is top, so it's like the safer play. So I get the 300 gold from Rift as well. So this is probably the better play. The only thing is like I'm scared to press B and my red buff is fucking gone because he's probably in his blue side right now, or block grab, I believe. So I kind of have to stay on the map now, I think. Unless he's on dragon instead of my red. Sucks clearing with my Hydra gold, but I don't really have a choice because I don't know where Shaco is. I have to just take his top side. Hop on a gangbang. I need to take my red, so make the red play. Unless Aatrox comes here, then that'd be kind of awkward. Oh, we're chilling. I'll have 2 levels. I'm fucking huge right now. How's this allowed? I'm right here. What? Fucking ghost. I mean, his blue's up. Oh, where Cassio is. Oh, we're chilling. Excuse me? How the fuck am I stunned when my back is turned to her? This game is so shit. That's why we build Ravenous Hydra. Jungle's looking weak when your support won't ends the game, huh? I'm pretty sure people don't know this accounts to me, that's why I'm like not getting focused that hard, so this game looks a lot easier than it should be. Like, unironically. If you get a stack to 40 for free as Gers, it's just GG. Auto me? No? Pussy? Oh my god. I was out of range because of the ghost, so I played that so terribly. Wasted my W because I didn't think he'd walk that way. It's whatever. I'm so bad right now, it's actually kind of fucking sad. I don't know how this guy plays now. After one auto, he's gonna arm me instantly. I should just need another champ though. I can blind because that's 80. It's probably just gonna be Kha'Zix this season. That or Nocturne. I don't think Nocturne's that great though. What I get for Christmas? You probably won't believe me. My family Christmases aren't about the money. It's more about the spending time together. If I tell you what I got, you're gonna think I'm trolling. But basically I got salt, pepper, forks, towels, and one more thing. What is it? There's one more thing. Oh, my sister and her husband got me a Catan game. Because Catan's like my favorite board game. And they know. I think that's it. Salt, pepper, fork, towel. Yeah. Like, I've never gotten like a PlayStation or a GameCube or a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. I don't think. But I don't really. If I wanted something, I'd just get it for myself.
You can cut us off. Point, bro. Point, bro. One athlete is not dating 5 women. A select group of men, they might have sex, but that's why I say it's important to distinguish sex between relationships. An elite group of men can a lot of women, sure.
The girl can still sleep with that.
For far too long now, the unexplainable mysteries of our universe have plagued humanity's greatest minds. But now, that time has passed. We've entered into an age of enlightenment. And I actually am convinced now that those so-called intellectuals, those scientists, weren't all that smart to begin with, because those idiots never even thought to ask a YouTuber what the secrets of the universe hold. Because YouTubers know far more than anyone else on this planet. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say what everyone's thinking. YouTubers are probably the smartest people humanity has to offer, period. Bar none. And then under that, maybe then we could talk about astrophysicists, but even then, the gap between first and second place is so wide. When it comes to the intellectual food chain of society, YouTubers are at the tip of the top, the cream of the crop. We're the apex predators of big brain. So, what am I talking about here? Well, Logan Paul, with his degree in influencing, flexed his mega mind, all the billions of wrinkles in his brain, firing neurons working overtime in order to produce irrefutable evidence in how the universe actually functions, and he posted the receipts. He posted that proof on Twitter. He just flopped that meat on the table and said, "Here, I'll do it myself then." And I gotta tell you, it's impressive stuff. It's very compelling, and I think all of us are smarter now for having witnessed it. Please tell me you've seen Logan Paul's tweet about understanding the universe. Infinity as a concept doesn't exist in natural universe. Sphere, circle equals God shape, celestial body. Universe is likely finite. 3 contained, 3 spherical. Time infinite. Eventually all stars will die equals no more light. That's an and? What? This is an and? I've never seen that. That doesn't look anything like a normal and symbol, but alright. Eventually all stars will die, no more light. If universe is contained, has an end, can we assume apple in a box theory? When everything is dead and dust and becomes a dense collection of matter because gravity, black holes everywhere. Bro, what did he go on like an ayahuasca trip or something? Like what the fuck is this? The universe essentially collapses on itself, high density and temperature, Big Bang. Universe repeats. Life is cyclical. We become the apple again. Conclusion. Nothing matters except the time we have now and each other. Love. A force of attraction similar to gravity. Black holes, wormholes, laws of physics no longer apply. Infinity exists. Multiverse. But who/what created and why? God. He's done it. He's achieved nirvana. He's in the mainframe of the universe. It's all laid out right in front of us. We can see her bare bottom. On the table, he has placed it upon us. We get to gaze into the infinite wisdom and see the universe for the truth of what it is. This is like some filler shit they'd have in like a B movie for a villain. Like right before the villain commits some kind of horrible atrocity, they're like flipping through his sketchbook and it's like, oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And then the next page is like burning bodies. What in the Moonfall? This is some very Moonfall shit. I'm surprised he didn't go into like mega structurist kind of shit. Yeah.
Was macht man da bei sowas?
Moon Hollow, but why? Because infinite temperature, but Apple. I don't think Logan's an idiot. I think he knows exactly what he's doing with this shit. I think he was hoping to get people talking by posting some lunacy. It didn't, I don't think it like really worked for him though. This didn't get like crazy engagement. He just kind of got laughed at, it seems. He's trying to get people to buy Prime. I know. I am curious if Logan Paul actually converts and gets people to buy the product. Because I feel like it's KSI that actually does all of the heavy lifting. I feel like every promotional piece Logan Paul does is laughable. Like, I feel like he actively deters from people taking it seriously. Meanwhile, KSI fucking crushes it.
Oh my god, he just got... Yeah, I just had that. Alright, beautiful. Lovely game of League of Legends. Bro, on God, we could have... Like, the play was doing something around the Baron. When they're playing bot side, and then Silas has TP... His bot side, like, too. I don't know, bro. I swear to God, there's a play around the Baron there. I don't know if that was the play. I don't think that was directly the play. Maybe turning was the play. Maybe I shouldn't have ulted myself. I should have ulted Echo. We would have killed him instantly. There was a play there, though. I'm telling you, my brain saw the play, but we just executed extremely poorly. Oh, brother, man.
You may have lost,
dude, I don't want to
but
play
at
this
least
game
you're
anymore, bro.
still rich, right?
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to play League, bro. This game is just fucking boring, bro. These games are so incredibly boring. There's no fun. I wish it was fun. Play Overwatch? Well, I still want to get Challenger. I don't even think I have the energy to play League today, bro. I don't, honestly. Too many defeats in my match history, bro. How many wins? I'm 8 wins away from Challenger. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Oh, man. I don't know, bro. I just need to move, bro. I'm telling you. I'm like a week away from moving. Maybe a week and a half, bro. This shit's just not it right now. What I'm doing right now is just not it, bro. This crib, my mentality, and my setup, and me playing League all day, it's not it, bro. I need to get onto my new grind, which is coming soon, guys. 2-3 days ago, it was 4 wins. I was 2 wins away, and then I lost like 9 in a row. Yeah, bro, I don't know. I just really, like, genuinely, like, we'll talk for a bit here. I'm not enjoying League. I've given it, I thought the new season would be hype. It was fun at the start, obviously, because we were all grinding. But the game is just in a shit spot. I don't think it's fun to play League. I don't think the meta is good for me as a Yasuo player, or as a mid lane main. It's probably the worst mid lane has been in a while. It's the worst Yasuo has ever been, I think, since release. League's just not that fun, bro. Genuinely. It really isn't. There's too many issues. Jungle's way too broken. Jungle has way too much impact on the game. There's too many AIDS champion you have to face as a mid lane player. Obviously, there's some AIDS mid laners too, but like Ryze, Kassadin. But I'm not trying to play those champions that just sit there for 20 minutes and scale. You know, the game is way too snowbally. It's not even fun if you get behind. You're just sitting through 20 minutes of torture. I don't know. I think I'm going to start grinding Valorant soon. Obviously, I still need to get Challenger. I'm like 8 wins away. I'm going to get it. But like, I don't even have the drive to grind it right now. Or like today, I mean. I'll be back tomorrow, though, probably. We'll see what's good. See if I have any plans tomorrow. Not my fault at all. Been, you know, issues that I've been running into. But I want to just grind Valorant, bro. Honestly, I think Valorant's just the wave. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think League of Legends is it, bro. It's so sad too, cause like, I don't know. It's just unfortunate. It's like my second time quitting League. I feel like Night Blue 3, bro. But it's just not it. It just genuinely is not. You know what I'm saying? Have you thought about variety? Yeah, I'm gonna do more variety and more Valorant. That's kind of like it goes together. But like, I need a grind. I need a main grind, and League of Legends cannot be my main grind anymore. I switched League of Legends to gambling, and honestly, I had fun there, but coming back to League, I enjoyed it for a bit, but I'm already fucking tired of it. It's been like 2-3 months. Just not even fun. Any LCS co-streams? Yeah, I'm gonna co-stream LCS. I like competitive League. Competitive League, like professional League of Legends, is fun to watch. But we need to see how this season is to watch. Last season was very fun to watch. But this season sucks as a solo queue player. It just really is not fun, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to play League, bro. I've genuinely been trying. It's not fucking fun. It's really just not fun. And I don't want to force myself to just play something all day that's not fun. Still gonna do League. I think I still want to do the EU bootcamp, and I still want to do the Korea bootcamp. But like, just League of Legends without a purpose isn't fun enough. You know what I'm saying? Like the purpose and the fun that comes from the bootcamp is like, oh, I'm in a new region. There's new players. I'm gonna hit Challenger. I had to prove myself. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm like almost Challenger. I'm not Challenger yet. I'm not Challenger yet. I want to get Challenger, but even like getting to Challenger, like you see me, I can't even play more than 3 games without just being like, all right, this game's just not even. It's not fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it soon, but after that, I'm probably just gonna focus on other games and other shit to do until I end up doing the boot camps that I want to do. Or I'm gonna end up doing just short League of Legends streams in the mornings, like early morning, when I'm not tilted and unable to be tilted, and then just transition into other stuff. And I think that's the plan, but you're gonna have to give me like a week for that, or until I move. Probably gonna take like 5 to 10 days. And yeah, we'll see. Holy fuck. Now that was a fucking play. Where's my team, by the way, though? Where is my team? Fuck off.
It looks so different. Yes, her face is swollen.
Jesus.
Am I just fucking brain dead? Someone tell me yes. Say yes now! Why didn't I recall? I have TP. Am I?
No, I'm good, man. Like, oh no, not today, devil, not today.
Bye. Don't Synapse, don't even think about putting that in your little videos, I swear to God. Oh God, fuck's sake. I really thought I was doing something. Ah! Ah! Riot!
Hallo. Ja,
Was ist da los?
ich glaube, ich habe heute wieder nur verloren.
Ist doch nicht schlimm.
Es ist halt ultra weird. ...19 Niederlage, 7 Wins, 27% Winrate. Kommt mir halt gerade echt so vor, als ob irgendwas
sein?
nicht stimmt. Das
Google doch mal, ob es irgendeinen Cheat gerade gibt für League of Legends, der irgendwie noch nicht ausgenutzt ist. Alles
heute ist echt kalt, ja. Ja.
seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned. None will escape my wrath.
Take careful steps. What lurks beneath the soil? Such a busy world.
First blood.
My prey thinks it's so clever.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. An ally has been slain.
Choke the life from them.
Now there's a smell you can feel.
Wait until my seeds take root.
An enemy has been slain.
Just a harmless flower.
No. No, 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 no. Oh nein, sie stirbt, oder? Ja.
Take careful steps.
An enemy has been slain.
So much more to see. Such a busy world. Venture off the beaten path.
An enemy has been slain.
The forest holds many
Enemy has been slain.
death is in view.
Killing spree.
Subgap.
Slain.
Things aren't always what they seem.
True. Und das komplette Team intet. Das könnte sogar was werden. Ah, ich denke nicht.
Seeds take root.
Killing spree.
A promising garden. Excuse me?
Dead again. Wo haben die Tilter, ha?
Shut down. Slain an enemy.
So much more to see. Such a busy world. Venture off the beaten path. The forest holds many surprises.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Come to
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
things aren't always what they
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Wait until my seeds take root.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
A promising garden. Take careful steps. So much more to see. Such a busy world.
Shut down.
It's me!
Turret plating will soon fall.
Many surprises. Just wait. Things aren't always what they seem.
An ally has been slain.
Wait until my seeds take root. Promising garden.
An enemy has been slain.
Just a hum.
Double kill.
gut.
Das reicht scheinbar. Jax carried. Es ist doch nicht normal. Jetzt haben die harte Inter. Ich verstehe das Spiel nicht. Das ist so Wahnsinn.
An ally has been slain. Unstoppable.
Promising garden.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Just a harmless flower. Take careful steps.
Dominating. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Shut down. Triple kill.
Such a busy world. Venture off the beaten path.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. An ally has been slain. Legendary. Double kill.
Das ist doch nicht normal. Das sind doch keine League Games. Das ist doch ein absoluter Cancer. Ey, Alter! Ja, was sagt ihr dazu? Absolute Shitshow. Gute Nacht.
Disconnected.